Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan, an Olympian and beach volleyball world champion and a longtime professional indoor player.
And I'm Adam, former indoor player and coach, current beach volleyball coach, and most importantly, Sarah's husband.
Well, today we're watching Haikyu Season 2, Episode 11, called Above. Last episode, we had the ultimate visual of the gears fitting together as we become a well-oiled machine. And by we, I mean Karasuno, but they're one and the same. And we also got a sneak peek at Bokuto's little meltdown issue.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing to see him like draining energy from his team because things weren't going the way he wanted them to. And I mean, again, you do see that behavior from people. You know, every athlete has maturing to go through. You have to learn how to deal with difficult situations, and the less you're in them, and generally the better you are when you're a kid, the less you face those challenges because you're better than everybody around you, the less well equipped you are to handle them when they do happen. So it seems like, based on his teammates' reactions, it happens frequently, so probably something he'll need to figure out and or address if he wants to play at the next level.
Yes. Sounds great. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, we're mid-match here, right?
We are mid-match. It's the last set that they are playing in the training camp, so we're really pushing for a W here, just to end things on a positive note before we have the little goodbye party. So my fingers and toes are crossed, you guys.
Except that she already knows what happens.
Why you gotta have attitude like that?
No, I know.
If you want, I could just say exactly what's gonna happen and so I could ruin it for you, but so sorry, I'm being a good sport.
You're always a good sport.
Okay, Adam's bothering me today, so here we go. This intro is over. Season 2, Episode 11 of Haikyu is coming right now.
Game time, baby.
今日はもう俺にあげんな。わかりました。じゃああげない間に落ち着いてくださいね。
I feel like that's a good way to handle it.
このエースが不調っぽい。畳みかけるぞ。しゃー。よし。ナイスキーです。ウィー。気のせいでしょうか。全然崩れませんね、フクロウダニ。
Been here before, everybody.
チャンスボール。今、フクロウダニの前衛の攻撃は2枚。ここはセンターからの速攻か、バックアタックか。それともさすがにそろそろ4番来るか。
Not with eyes like that.
Missed that one.
2アタック。フクロウダニ逆転し返した。エースは1本も打ってないのに。
僕とってさ、一見超なんて感じだけど、実際のところ
I don't like when he's on screen.
単体では最強だけど。
僕との不調なんて慣れっこなんだよ。ちょっとしたことですぐ上がったり下がったりするからな。しょうがねえな、もう。
Game over.
フクロウダニマッチポイント。
フクロウダニは僕とが引っ張るチームっつうより、他のメンバー全員で僕とを引っ張るチームってことか。
マッチ。フクロウダニが僕とさんのワンマンチームじゃないことは分かった。それでも単体で僕とさんより怖い人はいないでしょ。どうしゃった。よし、あと1点でデュース。
Asahi back to serve.
上出来。
Oh, good
最後を
call.
見せれば即
Don't
死
say that.
No,
ここは
you gotta go for it. No.
コミュン
Oh.
No.
カラスノはそろそろうちがどういうチームか分かった頃、つまりエースから意識がそれる頃、
Yeah.
そして
He's in
僕
the
とさんを
day.
打ちたくてそわそわしだす頃。美味しいところはくれてやれ。だからさっさと復活しよう。エース。
All right, there's a lot to unpack there. I'll start.
I'm like, so.
First of all, I think it's incredible how the team has just figured out how to function without him. Like, he's undoubtedly their best player, and it's good and bad, right? It's apparently happened so many times that they're now accustomed to dealing with it, which is kind of
Bad.
slight on Bokuto. You never want to see that as a coach or as a team where your best player just goes in the tank and you're like, man, no big deal. I mean, I guess it's good.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean, I think that's good. It shows that every other player can hold their own and is solid.
No, I agree, but to me, like looking at it from his perspective, like he should take offense to that. Like that should be motivation to like, man, everybody else is stepping up because this happens to me so frequently. Like it's an issue.
I don't know how I feel about that statement.
Okay,
I need to think about it.
fair enough. But I like that the setter knew enough to go back to him at the end. Like all the blockers are keyed on everybody else, and we go back and to his credit, he picked himself up off the floor and scored the last point.
Well, Akashi's undoubtedly a solid setter.
Yeah.
Very experienced. I think the selflessness that we see from Bokuto's teammates in that we will right this ship, we will get things together while you're like having your moment, and we will let you take the glory. It takes a certain amount of self-confidence to be able to do that.
Agreed.
And you don't see that often on teams. Sport, like, ego plays a big role in sport generally, I would say, but to see that type of selflessness, to be like, we know our worth and we know that this wouldn't be happening without us, but go ahead, take the credit and the glory when it needs to be taken, because you need that. That is rare.
I agree. But I think it also probably speaks to how he treats them off the court. Like they must like him in order to be willing to do that. If he was not a good teammate, I think that becomes harder to swallow. That's an assumption.
He's
but-
one person and they are 8, 9.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's way easier if you, as a group, if you're like, wow, that guy's a real issue. And I'm not saying that that's the case, but like hypothetically, if you have one player that's just like a problem, the rest of you have each other.
Fair. I've actually played with somebody like that.
Who hasn't?
I'm
Asahi.
super disappointed.
I get it. It's a skill that he is learning. It's a newer skill. It is a very high risk serve. I understand him not feeling super confident to go after it when the other team has set point. That being said, though, you have to like if you're gonna use that serve, you have to have confidence to use it always. And we saw the same thing even with Yamaguchi in season 1, where he put away his jump float serve when it got tight and did the standing one, and how ashamed he was of himself to take the easy way out. This is the same thing.
Exactly the same. And it's like,
and this match doesn't even mean anything.
That's the thing. It's like, I think it just speaks to his mindset in that regard. It's like, you know, I don't want to cost this for my team, but he's the ace. It should be like, I'm going to go out and win this for my team. That's the mindset you want that everybody to have, but specifically that player.
Well, and usually on most teams, the players that are using that type of serve, like the spin serve, they have the green light to like go for it, and the players who just traditionally have a more safe serve are the ones who are like, okay, you're gonna keep it in, you're gonna be precise and control it, so that our like spin servers can just go for it, and it's okay if they miss.
Yeah, agreed. And then the last thing I liked was, you saw a little toot from Suki. Look at the setter, like, I can't believe you beat me. He got a block. Like, there was a little bit of attitude in terms of him being a little more engaged, caring a little more. As a coach, if I noticed that, I'm like, all right, I like that.
Well, and even Kuro noticed that he closed that block, stopped, didn't float, and then like went straight up and down and took his space. He was like, ooh, lesson learned.
They all have a role in this.
It's so cringy!
It's super cringy.
エースのモノさが他のメンバーの強さを引き出し、同時に簡単には崩れない根っこの強さになってる。こういう強さもあるわけか。
正直、僕と君さえ止められれば、あるいはと思っていたんですが、甘かったですね。
あれだけ自由かつわがままでいられるのも、それを放置できるのも、お互いの信頼関係があってこそだろうな。うちはまだまだズケズケとわがまま言えるほどの仲じゃないからな。あ
あ、すまん。最後のサーブビビってどうぞ攻撃してくださいってサーブ打っちまった。
それが自分で分かったんなら上出来だ。
Self-awareness is important.
あの場面でどれだけ攻められるかが勝ち上がっていけるかどうかを左右する。
力はこのくらいと思ってはいけません。色は混ぜると濁って汚くなっていきますよね。でも混ざり合った最後はどの色にも負けない黒です。カラスらしく黒のチームになってください。例えが難しかったから。
Ooh, one more! Takeda.
He's got the bangers.
He is the greatest. That metaphor was outstanding.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You took all the ingredients, all the colors from everybody else, and when they start mixing, they're a little bit ugly, but they settle to black, which cannot be overtaken by any color. He is a star of this show, okay?
He's got... I love the metaphor. I also love that it goes straight over Kageyama and Hinata's head. They have no idea what's going on, which is just hilarious. And then everybody else is like, thank you for the compliment.
They're not the smartest, we know that.
Gifted in other ways.
Also, I'm really questioning all of you who love Bokuto, okay? please tell me that that was not the cringiest thing you ever saw. That his teammates are like, all right, here we go, time to pretend and like pump his tires, even though it's like insincere and we don't mean it. Like, and then to see him get so fired up, tell me why you like him, really. Like that is just like disturbing.
I think the thing for me is like the behavior is what it is, but it's the lack of self-awareness. Like you can't tell that they're pumping your tires, but it's not genuine. Like you're just not paying attention to your teammates at all.
And even here when they're like, hey, 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 it's just like,
yeah, that was definitely like kind of watching a train wreck. Like you can't look away, but you feel like definitely cringy.
I need somebody to give me some reasons why you like him, because all of that was just not okay.
浅井さん、まだ時間あるんで、俺のトス打ってもらえませんか。
おう、いいよ。
村さ、俺にも出してくれ。おう、もちろんだって龍。ああ、俺も。お、あげてくれるんすか、菅さん。あざっす。ああ、違う違う。
On a swing.
打つ方。
Every setter's dream.
速攻がもっと成功してればクローダニからセット取れたかもしんねえのに。でもこれで戦える。読まれたり追いつかれたりしても戦える。俺のトス次第だ。お前はそのうちやるから大丈夫。人のこと勝手に決めんじゃねえ。じゃあやれねえのかよ。やめるに決まってんだろボケ。やるんじゃねえか。会話からにじみ出る頭の悪さ。
She's not wrong.
だからすぐ春高一次予選だな。ああ、次俺たちがここに来るとしたらその後か。その時はいくらか涼しいかな。残暑がある残暑。
どうしたんですが。突破できなきゃ俺たちはもう来れないわけか。
出たー、ネガティブヒゲー。
また全員で来るに決まってんだろボケ。そうだな。
ネガティブ
つうか今の影山の言い方に似てる。ボケ日向ボケ
似てる。
もう一回。
なんか余分に怒られてる感じする。
I just love interactions like that. You just see the characters being themselves, like in off moments. What? I just like that. Oh, the barbecue.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Look at all those grills.
お皿宮下さんの方に持って行って。はい。よいしょ。
I kind of hate that the girls are preparing everything.
貴重な時があるんですね。ああ、まあよくわかんないところで自滅するからね。でも敵が強いことにへこむってことはないから割と大丈夫。他のメンバーみんなが心折れそうな時は大抵一人だけ元気だしね。なんだかんだで頼りになるよ。僕とさん。
Why does Ubugawa guy always need to be around?
では負けません。おお、受けて立つぜ。春高の前にまずはお肉争奪戦だぜ、ひなた。
1週間の合宿お疲れ諸君。空腹にこそ
I don't like that everybody's drooling.
存分に筋肉を修復しなさい。
でさ、研磨のやつが。僕てめえ、横取りすんじゃねえ、この野郎。
おにぎりどうぞ。
あ、いただきま。
She's like, I made all food, so.
分かっているな。
She's like the star.
So he's highest in the hierarchy?
He's been the closest.
僕はそんなには。
ほら野菜も食えよ剣幕だこら米を食えよ肉だろ肉を食え月大きくなれないぞ
親戚のおっさんか。そしてうざがる現代っ子。
気づいて面白がってるな師匠連中は。
おなあ菅君。カラスノのあの子挙動不審だけど大丈夫？
これはまるで巨人の蜜
At least she's getting her enjoyment out of it.
No, she's scared.
に突入したら間違って食われるやも焼かれるやも
Because they're all so big and aggressive, she's nervous.
私美味しくないです
I thought she was enjoying the scenery.
はい大丈夫です今これを
That scenery? Absolutely not. See, she looked at him and barked almost.
人生のような味がします
やっちゃん今食ったやつすげえ黒かったけど大丈夫？お茶いる？水もありますよ。
なんかあそこの絵面がやばい。街中だったら通報されそうっすね。囲まれたくねえ。
That one, I like her appetite.
カラスノの3年生ってしっかりしてそうですよね
我がフクロウ第2グループのマネちゃんズはレベルが高いがカラスノが加わってそれがさらに上がったと思うがどうだろう。
異論はありません。
エースはメンタル弱いけどねそうなのあんなに怖そうなのにでも単細胞エースよりはいいと思うな
全国で5本の指すげえだろ
でもお前らんとこの牛若は3本の指に入ってくるやつだぜおいそんなこと言ったら俺がかすんじゃうじゃねえか
3本ってことはあと2人いるってことっすか？
東北の牛若九州の桐生関東の佐久これが今年の全国高校3大エース
そのうちの一人がよりに
I
よ
gotta
っ
write
て
that down.
おいツッキー俺のスパイク相手に散々練習したのに牛若にビビるなんて許さん
スッキーってやめてもらっていいですか？
それにエースがトップ3だからってチームもトップ3ってわけじゃねえぞそうだまあ佐久のいるイタチ山は優勝候補筆頭だけどな
じゃあそれを倒せば日本一ですか？
言うねえ下手くそトップ2
日向が1位か。
ケンマがサーブもレシーブも俺の方がうまいって言ってたぞ。
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
A little bit of intel there, but they kept their backs to the camera. The only one whose profile we saw was Ushijima.
Are they gonna be in the draft?
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, okay. Could be.
Because if somebody is in the draft, remember, we have seen them play live action in the season in a game.
Fair enough. Spoiler.
So I can't tell you.
I'm just laughing at the co-ed barbecue vibes.
Loving the one manager who is throwing down. Okay, that is the type of energy I like to see. Don't hold back. You helped make that food. Eat it all.
I definitely mistook the jungle reference. I thought she was excited to have all the tall, handsome volleyball boys around, but she was terrified.
Of course you would think that. She thought they were gonna eat her.
Took me a second to clue in.
I mean, it's Yachi.
That's true.
I feel like, of course she's stressed out about something.
I thought maybe she was coming into her own a little bit of confidence, but I guess not yet.
And I love how Kyoko's like, actually, our ace is super weak-willed.
Just throwing it out
He
there.
actually sucks, so... yeah.
And I love how this mindset piece is just so interesting for me. Hinata and the other middle, Lev, are like, oh, if we beat number one, we're number one. It's like, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. Like, you don't go from being number one to losing one match and not being there. That's a consistency thing that is earned. And I just think that that's such an interesting mindset of like, teams that are climbing, I was like, oh, we gotta beat the top team. And teams that are at the top and are really good are always, we're gonna stay here. And that's the hard part, not beating them, you know, once in a while. It's winning consistently. But I thought it was small in the show, but I think it was indicative of where they are now and where they want to go.
猫又先生、今回も呼んでいただいてありがとうございました。ここに来られたからこその変化もあったみたいです。
いやいや、こっちもいい刺激をもらったようだし、お互い様だ。
You never appreciate it when you're in it. You gotta love the enthusiasm.
Oh, Mata.
Oh, Yamamoto.
He's a big softie.
合宿遠征。
I also am really questioning the choice to make Ubugawa guy the spokesperson for that school. Tomorrow.
Yikes.
突破した8校にさらに強豪8校を加えて10月の代表決定戦となります。
一次予選は2回しか試合できないんですか？
俺たちはインターハイ予選でベスト16まで行ってるから1回戦は免除になってるんだ。
おお、俺たちすげえ。
いよいよ公式戦っすか。緊張してきた。ひとかちゃんには初めての大会だもんね。私たちには最後だ。
I love that she included herself in that.
Come on, Yamaguchi,
Come
you
on.
got it.
You can't think that.
Don't think what you shouldn't do. Think about what you should do.
100%.
Just a little bit of a sprinkling.
We're getting a lot of teasers.
うわ、K、背伸びたな。俺とっくに越されたな。兄ちゃん。あ、久しぶり。K と話すのすげえ久しぶりだな。
Very curious.
そうだっけ。俺が帰ってきても飯ん時以外部屋にこもりっきりだし。そうだっけ。お前なんか顔つき変わったな。遠征行ってたんだろ。きつかった？普通。きつかったって顔してんぞ。
Tell him. Tell him.
Tell him what?
バレエやってるんでしょ。おう、チームに入ってるよ。大会とかあるの？おう、出るよ。高校であんなだったのになんでまだやるのって？それはな、高校であんなだったからだよ。 今思い出してもクソ悔しいし、いい経験したって消化もできない。お前にもみっともないとこを見せたしな。何もやってないんだ、高校で俺は。バレエの気持ちいいとこ全然やれてない。でももう知っちゃったんだ。スパイク決める気持ちよさも、完成の誇らしさも。
その瞬間があるかないかだ。
気が済むまで本気でやれる場所にいたい。
そうか。
Was that a little smile? What were you? Yeah, you were like, tell him, like, what do you mean?
Well, I just don't know if he's had the conversation about how that whole experience made him feel and affected his career in volleyball.
Who? Tsukushima? Like
Yeah.
the little one?
Yeah. Like,
it's been like 2 years.
I know, but I mean, you don't always, it's clear they don't really talk much based off that. And like,
I just had no clue what you were talking
No,
about. Like,
that's-
tell him what?
well, I feel like,
Hey, I'm a 14-year-old boy. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking half the time. But seeing you in the stands that day, it really made me question what it means to be a part of a team. And it really is making me put in a half of an effort because I'm really insecure and I don't want to be vulnerable and put it up.
when you put it like that, I just
Do you
feel
want to
like-
know how many people in their 20s, 30s, 40s I know that don't have the self-awareness to have that conversation?
Yep, I just felt like, I felt like he had a little bit of a breakthrough with Yamaguchi and maybe came to some realizations. So I was just curious. But that being said, he seems like a mature individual. But I like the brother's sentiment of, like, I want to keep going, and I realized that this didn't go the way I wanted. And he reflected, and like, to be able to admit, especially to your younger brother, how pathetic that situation was. Like, I think that takes a decent amount of A, self-awareness, and B, courage, and then to say like, hey, I'm still going after it because I don't want to leave any stone unturned. Like, that's a good lesson. Like, and again, it's not always going to be positive, but I like how he came to that outcome. I like that.
Well, Tsukushima isn't somebody that uses a lot of words, but
Right.
that little grin at the end, you can see him thinking about it.
Yeah.
お前ら明日から試合だろう。いい加減にしとけよ。
もう一本だけラスト1本で切り上げます。お願いします。
あの大きい子初めて見るね。今日はどうしても練習したりないから、うちらが始めるまでコート貸してくださいってさ。翔ちゃんとこのセッターだって。へえ。行くよ。私さっきから来て見てたんだけど、失敗ばっかりで。
I think they got it.
I think it.
Grandpa Ukai just got hit by those feathers.
He looks like a big boy.
本当なんじゃない？結構無茶するじゃん、あの人。
Ooh, a tongue ring, kill me.
Concrete 出身日向翔陽です。あなたをぶっ倒して全国へ行きます。
もう一本。
8月11日、全日本バレーボール高等学校選手権大会、通称春の高校バレー宮城県代表決定戦一次予選当日。
Let's go. I'm gonna have
just a little taste of the different squads.
So let me make sure I get. So they got a bye in the first round. Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, 1 or 2 rounds. Yeah.
And so they need to win 2 matches to go to nationals. Is that?
No, they need to. This is the qualifier prelims, so they need to win 2 matches to make it to the qualifiers.
Right. Okay. And the qualifiers are still within their own prefecture. So there's like a pre-qualifying tournament. Okay. So they theoretically probably should walk through their pre-qualifier. Like they're not going to be any of the top teams there. Then they're going to meet the top teams later. Like they're not going to play Date Tech in this first, or would that be?
No, it'll be like the lower teams.
Yeah.
Like the teams that they are going to have to beat to get to nationals are like the Seijos, the Shiratorizawas, like those ones.
But that will come in the next tournament, most likely.
Because they're going to be a top seed.
Yeah.
And Karasuno is like up higher than they were.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in for match play for the rest of the season.
Adam's dream come true. He missed tournament play so much he was calling the training camp the tournament. I'm not gonna say. I almost said something about some of the other schools, but I'm not gonna say anything because you know why. Don't want to have any inadvertent spoilers.
I mean, you work and you train for this. Let's go.
Okay. Adam's like, enough's enough. Time to be serious. All right. That was like a happy-ish episode. The barbecue lightened it up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sad that they didn't manage to win that last set. It's kind of depressing.
But I think, like, when it comes down to it, that lesson of how they manage their aces up and down, I bet you that comes back to help them at some point.
Are you talking about Fukurodani?
Yes.
Okay, I was talking about, I'm sad Karasuno didn't win.
That's what I'm saying, but they lost to...
Okay, you just went off on your own train there.
Yeah, I'm sad they didn't win as well.
You're like, so anyways, great statement, moving on.
No. It's along what you're saying. I'm sad they didn't win as well, but in seeing how that team reacted to one player playing poorly and then not being able to manage and win that, I think teaches them something. I think that's a tidbit that Ukai is going to hold on to if they play them, that they'll be able to use. So I think there is, while losing is not good, and they played well, but I think that tidbit is going to come in useful later in the tournament.
He's looking at me like I'm going to tell him something. It's not happening.
I know.
Let us know what you're thinking. Please give us a couple reasons. I don't even need many. Just give me a couple why you like Bokuto, because I'm not seeing it. So let us know in the comments below. As always, I'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because Adam is fired up for tournament play. I have never heard him say let's go like that, literally ever. He just turned Gen Z on me and I need to recover from that.
No, if I was going to say Gen Z, I'd be like fire. I just yell fire a whole bunch of times. I think that's right.
Oh my gosh. We need to end this because now I'm embarrassed.
Bye everyone.
Okay, see you next week.